we need you for a scrimmage. And it's about 2 hours from my home. And my wife could not believe that I was going out there for a hot dog and a pop. That was the pay. He said, we can provide you with a hot dog and a Coke, but there's no pay. And I said, I will be there. And you know,
people don't understand the sacrifices back
people
then.
do not understand that sometimes.
That's how
And
they
I
get us
went out
every
there,
time.
guys, I went out there, and I don't know if you'll remember the name, but a gentleman walked in the locker room after I got there and introduced himself, and he says, I'm your partner today. My name is Dick Honing.
Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
And that was when I met Dick. And at that time, Dick was working in the Mid-American Conference in basketball. And unbeknownst to me, he was the assigner of all of the junior college leagues in Michigan. And there was a lot of junior colleges back then.
Okay.
And I worked that game, and it happened to be Team Michigan against Team Chicago. Juwan Howard
Oh, goodness gracious.
played for Chicago. And then you had
That's Michigan's
Javon
greats,
Leonard,
right?
right?
Yeah.
You had some big names, right? You had Chris Webber,
Whoa.
and
Yes,
both
sir.
boys
Yes,
from
sir.
Michigan. And I was a little bit out of my element at the time, but I worked it. And about a month or so later, I got a call back from Dick asking me if I would like to work in the junior college league. And that's kind of what started my basketball.
No, that's
Okay.
awesome.
You know, basketball was the first thing that I pursued. And then I was fortunate enough to move my way up and work some college basketball for about 25 years.
Whoa.
So when you're
Whoa.
doing basketball, starting out this young age, you said your wife was, on you for, going for a pop and a dog.
Yeah.
Career-wise, what are you doing at this time?
At that time, I was working for General Motors.
Okay.
Okay. That was my first occupation, working for them. And so as time progressed, I was doing this officiating. And then I had been officiating when I met my wife, right?
Okay.
And then this college thing came about. And then I was working, my wife was a nurse, and then we had our first child. And
Okay.
our first child is special needs,
Right.
as Craven, as you know.
Right.
So at that time in life, my wife had to give up her career, which left me working and officiating. So not only was I working, but I was officiating as a second income almost.
Okay.
But it became what was a second income became a love of what I was
Gotcha.
doing. And I mean, I would referee 7 days a week if I could. You know, I just loved it, and I've always loved it, and I still love it today. But yeah.
Now you working for General Motors, desk job? Were you on the assembly line? I mean, what?
I was what's called a team leader for a long time.
Okay.
I was in between management and I was an hourly person, but I was in between hourly and management. And when I I retired from that job, and I was in charge of ordering. We built Silverados at the plant that I was working at,
Okay.
Chevy Silverados, and I was in charge of body shop, ordering all the parts. I was in charge of about $200 million worth of parts to order on a daily basis so that we would be able to keep the plant running.